Hello, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Adrien Cherrier, and I manage knowledge and information for the Canadian Army from Montreal. Essentially, I work so that the right people have access to the right information at the right time, helping them make better decisions. I joined the Canadian Armed Forces in 2008 on a whim while I was still in university. I just walked into the recruiting center in downtown Montreal, a building I'd often walked by, and asked for a job. Like most people, I didn't know much about the Canadian Armed Forces at the time, but I knew they were hiring and that they offered part-time employment. I'd been working in a call center to pay for my studies, and I was just fed up. I wanted to experience something completely new and challenging and get paid for it. I knew my grandfather and my great-uncle had served in the Second World War. When I was a kid, in the mid-90s, I remember they recommissioned one of the ships that my grandfather had served on. They held a big event for veterans and their families to come and visit the new frigate. It's not every day you get a private tour of a warship with someone who served there. Seeing my grandfather proudly wearing his medals and reminiscing with old Navy buddies, I guess I felt a little pride too. When I was a bit older and my grandfather had passed away, my mother shared a story about him with me that I'll always remember. During the Second World War, she explained to me that my grandfather had served as a Navy mechanic in the engine room of a frigate. These guys kept the ship moving and worked below the waterline. There was a high risk of getting flooded if ever the ship took damage. Well, the mechanics had this work schedule, and one day, one of his buddies asked if they could switch shifts. Little did he know at the time that that decision would forever change the lives of many families, because the ship was damaged during that shift, and his friend, whose shift he took, was killed. If he had kept to his schedule, he would never have made it home, never met his wife, never had children, and I wouldn't exist. This is what I think about on Veterans Week. There's an intricate web of events that lead to our existence. Seemingly small decisions can have far-reaching consequences. On November 11th, I'm reminded that behind every veteran, behind every soldier's uniform, there's a unique and complex life story. Stories of courage, sacrifice, and the power of human choices. I think of the friends my grandfather served with and lost, and how grateful and lucky I am to have gotten the chance to live in a free and just society. In the tapestry of history, every life is intertwined. Those who didn't come home from war were not just soldiers, they were people with dreams, hopes, and families. My hope is that some of my life choices help to create a world worthy of their sacrifice.